Welcome to the Dr. Leadership Podcast, where the DR stands for Driving Results. Our focus is weekly conversations around life and business relationships and the important leadership qualities for both. These concepts and qualities will help you drive positive results in both your business and personal lives. A weekly connection point to help business leaders develop individual contributors, managers, and executives on your teams. We also will tie in concepts around family focus and life lessons to help you drive success in your personal life. Welcome to the Dr. Leadership Show. Let's get after it. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Dr. Leadership Podcast. Hope you're having an awesome day. Hey, just wanted to remind everybody, go out and check out the website, www.drleadershipresults.com. Check out that membership stuff, man. It's awesome. Had a great membership joining this last week, getting lots of positive back on that Commander Lippold story. They're like, holy cow. And I'm like, yeah, holy cow, no kidding. I was sitting here just jonesing, talking to him. I think I'm going to set up another time with him. We discuss that because just the stories he has about what really goes on in this world when we're out defending freedom is crazy. Send us an email, drleadershipresults@gmail.com. Check us out. Go out, tell your friends, pass us on to your buddies, your girlfriends, your kids. Hopefully it's having some good impacts on you. Love talking about all these things. You know, last week we touched on risk and the loss of the Titan submersible. It doesn't come back to the surface when it blows up. And about, managing risk in your life, financially, in your business life, personal life, etc. Chase dreams, but don't be stupid. It's what we talked about. Today, I want to talk about your surroundings in another way. And it's about adjusting your surroundings. Everyone has goals and objectives in life, and your surroundings are critical to help you achieve those goals. If you aren't in the right state of mind and in the right state of surroundings, achieving goals and being what you say you want to be are going to be very difficult to accomplish. So there's a great Business Insider article. It's actually referred to as The Insider, but it's through the Business Insider. Gerard Adams wrote it. And to become more productive, motivated, and successful, surround yourself with these 4 types of people. And there's a whole lot more types of people that you can touch on here, but I do think the article is a good basis of kind of the foundational approach of what you surround yourself with, right? There's all sorts of different personalities and things out there, but I think these 4 kind of resonated with me. And then I'm going to go into a LinkedIn connection to something I've studied up over there too that kind of coincides and validated the 4 that Gerard came up with. So just like the old saying, and I used this on my kids for years, we make choices and choices make us. It's a very, very, very simple concept in life. Those that we hang around with have an impact on the directions of our lives and levels of success. If you're out drinking every night, beating the wings with the owls at midnight, you are not going to soar like an eagle at work the next day very often. I learned that the hard way. I gave that crap up. Couldn't handle it. But you make choices, and choices make you. Keep driven people around you. Those that are, chasing their goals constantly, since this will keep you hungry for your goals too. I'm going to get into the 4 specific type here in a minute, just some overall commentary here. We've always talked about you can control your attitude. So why don't you keep positive people around you? This one's key too. I like inquisitive people too. I like people that question the norm a little bit. Well, why? Now, when you're a parent, the term why will catch you. There is nothing more aggravating than a 4-year-old that asks you a question and give the answer and they go, well, why? And then you answer that question and then they go, well, why? And then the next one, well, why? Just because, Jimmy. Just because, Maddie. Just because, Lauren. Why'll get you. But inquisitive people are key to keep around too. Question your approaches. Be open to other ideas. Man, the old 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen to people. The people we choose to hang with impact the way we think, act, the way we feel. That's the attitude, our mental health, each and every day. It's an impactful thing, promise you. Think of high-quality athletes for a second. They don't surround themselves on the field with, or in the gym with underachievers. They put people who push them closest to them. They don't go to the trainer and go, yeah, I'm looking for somebody who really kind of takes it easy on me. Doesn't make me really sore in the morning. You know, I hate free throws. I don't want you, as a basketball coach, I don't want you to make me shoot free throws. I just don't like those. That isn't how you become a great free throw shooter. You embrace what you hate. That's why these actresses are always so thin and their bodies look so good, is because they can pay somebody $75,000 a year to slap the Oreo out of their hand when they try to cheat on their diet. They surround themselves with people that'll keep them on task. That's what you need to do in life. Be a high-quality athlete. But I digress. So the article by Girard goes into these 4 key attributes. Kind of they're broad themes. We could talk for 30 minutes on each one. I won't. Again, we're going to get this all in this 25 to 35 minute little realm I create every week. But the first one is, this overachiever, relentless workers. Now, I have also spoken to all of you about guardrails and life balance. I am not saying that you work so you lose the relationship with your spouse. You work so hard you miss your children's games. You work so hard that you aren't a good neighbor. You work so hard that it's bad for your health. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is relentless workers, people that stay focused, that don't try to keep up with the Joneses here, but we can measure our drive against the drive of others. Passion and commitment breeds success. That's what I'm talking about, is be passionate. If you really have a goal, live it. I'm guilty of this not being it too. I say, hey, I'd like to be in better shape. Well, I got to do something about that if I want that to truly be my goal. I'm walking more. I'm trying. Doing some push-ups. Doing some exercises. You got to show the passion for what you want to achieve. You got to put your money where your mouth is. It's an old saying, but you got to put your money where your mouth is. Number 2, and this is a huge one for it, positive attitudes. I am able to shake the doldrums a little bit better than others. I am able to move on a little bit better than others. I don't know if it's just I don't know if it's a tenacity to just be beaten on, to just keep getting whipped by the same things or what. I don't know if I'm just bullheaded, stupid. I don't know what you'd call me. But positive attitudes is something that I try to see the optimistic thing in everything. And salespeople typically are. Now, it's really important to be a positive attitude as a parent. Your children are going to face challenges. It's okay, Susie, if you didn't win this. The great thing is now you can work harder if that's what you really want to be. We still love you. You're still wonderful. Hey, Jimmy, sorry you didn't make the A squad. You're on the B squad. It gives us something to shoot for next year. I'd love to go out and shoot baskets with you. Don't get the doldrums. Don't get down. Keep your positive attitude and keep pushing. Then go back to the relentless working. The two go hand in hand. You will always be better if you are happy. Negative attitudes drag you down. Negativity and positivity are contagious. You can be in the mud, or you can soar, man. You can be bogged down, or you can be driven. Insert whatever analogy there you want. But I just cannot stand negative people. Positivity and happiness will keep yours and others' morale high. So if you're a leader, or you're a business owner, or you're a family leader, as a parent, significant other, spouse, guardian, whatever your situation is, positivity leads to happiness. Happiness leads to better health. All 3 of those combined lead to better outcomes. Always. We all know those that blame others, play the victim, etc. What a bummer. No bueno. Get off my yard of life. I don't want those people around me. I've got some people that I talk to, live around here that are just negative on everything. A lot of new houses being built, and they complain about the dust. Well, when you built your house, I didn't complain about your dust going everywhere. Get over yourself. Some of these people it's bleh. Have a positive attitude, man. It's so much better in life to be positive and have that outlook on life. The other thing that is just awesome in this article, and I love this too. I do a tremendous amount of reading. Now it's through my phone because it's so easy. It looks like I'm just one of those texting monsters, which I'm not. I text some, but not a lot. But I read voraciously. My wife reads books voraciously. I read financials, and I read news, and I read politics, and I read policy, and I read science, and I read about boats and cars, and if I'm not putting something in my brain, I feel this guilt come over. When I take vacation days, I feel guilty of not being at work. That's a problem I got to deal with. That's not healthy. But I do love being inquisitive. I think I'm pretty well-rounded. I'm not the smartest guy in the room. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying there. But I try to know a little bit about everything. At least be able to be involved in the conversation. First of all, I think it helps me in my career a bunch. I can interact and I can kind of click with anybody around something. But people that ask questions are always going to be ahead of people that think they got it all figured out. Let's face it, the biggest brain of humanity as we know it, Albert Einstein, old Al to his friends. He said the important thing is to not stop questioning. He understood the science isn't ever settled. If I hear that on the news crews anymore about any of these big things that we're facing, climate change, the climate changes. I know this. Sending more money to a government that's corrupt is not going to fix it. The science is not settled on COVID. We're getting all of the attributes now. Suddenly Wuhan is in play. Maybe it did come out of there. Well, only a dummy knew it didn't come out of there. Jesus. Everybody pick teams on this crap instead of using their brains. Ask questions. Well, why is that? Why would that be? Can you explain that to me? We ourselves will never know all the right questions to ask. This is why we need people around us who are also inquisitive. So remember, this is about who you surround yourself with. Surround yourself. Don't just be inquisitive yourself. Have inquisitive people in your core group. It's going to make you better. They're going to search for better ways. I'm a leader in my organization. I go into meetings knowing my idea is not going to be the one that we go with. Very seldom. I need people that have different aspects of interaction on it, that have different perspectives. I may be the one that helps build it and pulls those things out of people, but I'm not going in thinking I got all the right answers. Don't be a leader if you think you got all the right answers. Different perspectives matter, man. Different perspectives matter. And get the perspectives of people that have the perspective. You don't go to the comp team and have them tell you how to go to market as a sales organization, as an example. You don't bring in a consultant that doesn't have expertise in your industry to tell you how to design something. Consultants are just people that are going through the basics. They a lot of times will get people to open up more. They can be inquisitive, and people by nature will go, well, yeah, we got to give them the information so they can solve our problems. Nobody knows your business better than you do. Take the people around you. Get involved with sales representatives. Get involved with different leaders. Get involved with customer-facing people, with backroom, back office people, customer service. You can fix these things together. Same with the family. Talk and be inquisitive about your kids. What'd you do today, Jimmy? Where'd you go? If you have a good relationship, an inquisitive relationship, bidirectionally with your children, they will stay out of trouble, more likely, and you will stay engaged as a better parent. It's great to know what your kids are doing. Be inquisitive. The last one that old Gerard came up with here was dreamers. Keep dreamers around you. I believe in this. I like people that have big aspirations. We all understand that setting goals and working hard will help us achieve what many consider unattainable. Every world record was never going to be broken when it happened. Oh my God, no one will ever do that again. 3 years later, here comes somebody who runs the mile in 3:46 instead of 3:47, whatever it is now. I saw the other day a guy broke the world record, ran 2 miles in average 3:50 a mile. It's like, you got to be kidding me. I can't drive that fast. To keep our drive going, we should always be surrounding ourselves with people who have similar aspirations and goals. It doesn't have to be in the same industry even, right? It doesn't have to be in the same business. It's just the commonality of the drive towards success. Positive, driven, we're going to make it happen. Think of how inspirational the leaders had to be heading into Normandy, in Omaha Beach. 7 out of 10 are going to get wounded or killed as soon as the front end drops of that troop transport. They all went on the beach. They were inspired, dreamers. We're going to conquer evil. Big example, big connection there, but you get what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be in the same industry. You can have people around you that are just inspirational about other things, about life. The net here is you are the sum of the people you hang with. You are who you hang with. I used to say that to my kids all the time, and I've said this before. You can see trouble pull up in the driveway, man. Long hair, freaky people getting out, smell like smoke when they walk in the house. Hey, I just don't think, Becky's a good one. Well, she's really cool. Yeah, but you change friends like every 90 days in high school because somebody gets pissed at somebody else. Let's just move on this one without you, because I'm making the call right now. I'm using the golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rules as a parent. I bring the money home. You're not hanging out with Becky anymore, or Billy or Susie. You have to have your eye on the ball here. You're the sum of who you hang with. Make it be people who lift you up, inspire you, motivate you. They motivate you to be more than you currently are. As a leader, I feel that's how I look at my job, right? As a coach, as a mid-level manager, as a leader, a VP, an executive, a parent. It's to help inspire people, to motivate people to accomplish more than they ever thought they could do on their own. It's how you lift your kids up. I never wanted my kids to win the first time. I never wanted my kids to be the best at anything right away because it doesn't develop good work habits. It doesn't develop thick skin. If it comes easy, they will think everything in life is easy. Failure is not failure. It is learning. If you take the victim attitude, failure is failure. Great coaches do this too. Be inspirational. Be inquisitive. Surround yourself with dreamers. Find people that work hard. Don't take no for an answer. Stay committed. You gotta surround yourself with these people, man. Peanut butter's better with jelly. Find your jelly. Find those people that just bring life to its most fruitful outcome. Challenge yourself. Don't sit back and take the easy road. The road less traveled. Remember, successful people do what unsuccessful people don't like to do. Lots of people are raring to go, but not many can go for raring. I can do this all day, folks. You got to surround yourself with the positive and optimistic and the driven people to drive yourself to great results. LinkedIn states it in their newsletter. They put out a newsletter all the time. They tie right into this too. I'm not saying this is, the doctor's words of wisdom. This is people that are successful's words of wisdom. All my good shtick is stolen, folks. I'm just passing it on. They ask a couple of critical questions, and it ties into the 4 that Gerard mentioned, right? First one, does the person help you make a better version of yourself? My wife does this for me. She makes me a better person myself. Sometimes it takes me longer to get the ideas to go and to buy into it. I think I help her in some ways too. I hope so. But surround yourself with people that make a better version of yourself. The other thing is man, look out for those narcissists. Surround yourself with people that build you up, give you confidence. You're going to do it. You can do it. Try harder. Don't give up. Don't surround yourself with people that tear you down. Get away from that. People that tell you aren't pretty enough, aren't smart enough, aren't strong enough, aren't fast enough, aren't big enough, aren't small enough. Screw those people. Get them out of your life. Set up the guardrails. Get those that bad mojo out of your life. Number 3, do they help you see things from a different perspective? Remember, that's the inquisitive thing. from Gerard's article in The Insider. Ask questions. Listen. Find a different perspective. Find a way to get better through a vehicle or a way you didn't think of before. What I would say about attitudes is this. Everywhere in life, at work I used to call it, the coffee pot complaint department. You'd go in and you could see it. I'd come in as a leader and all of a sudden get real quiet. People would start to dissipate. They're just sitting there bitching about something. Now, not to say that there aren't things in life that you pull together as employees and say, this isn't right. But the same crew every day, woe is me, someone else's fault, it's the man's fault. Don't play this victim attitude, man. Don't be at the coffee pot building up the complaint department. Figure out solutions. Don't figure out what's wrong. Figure out how to fix it. That's being inspiring. That's being a dreamer. That's being inquisitive. That's carrying a positive attitude. Are you getting how this works? You got to go after the positive attributes of it. Be inspiring to others. Be that anti-victim. We have, as a society, created, I'm a bigger victim than you. I call it the World War of Oppression, the Olympics of Oppression. I'm more oppressed than you. I'm more oppressed than you. I'm more oppressed than you. Decades, hundreds of years for women to get to the place they are in this world. Athletics and equal opportunity of education and employment and everything. And suddenly, men are back in charge because all this crap around putting boys in women's sports. I don't care if you don't like that opinion of me. It's stupid. Those are tearing down women. Years. I have 2 daughters and a wife. My wife worked her ass off to be able to play at the highest level. Suddenly some person comes in and just can wipe the pavement with them because of their ability. That isn't good. They're playing a victim so they can go win. It's just absolutely disgusting of me where this society is on woe is me, blaming others for everything. Surround yourself with good people, adjust your own culture and what you believe in, and great things are going to happen to you. Get the help you need. If you have a victim's attitude, embrace counseling. Embrace a good life coach. Find a mentor. Help you through those things. Not trying to be political here, but some of this stuff, back to the common sense of last week, don't get in a submarine that's built in a garage with Atari controllers running it and try to go down to see the Titanic. You just don't set yourself up for failure by being stupid, high risk, or by playing the victim. The whole world, there's millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of people that are hugely successful that have faced these same or worse circumstances that you were facing in life. How did they get through it? Positive attitude, surrounding themselves with the appropriate people, getting inspired, working hard. Not crying, woe is me. Drop the excuses. Concentrate on what you can control. There's 5 or 6 big ones. You can control your attitude. Drop the luggage at the door. I used to say people come with bad attitude. Hey, go back out and come back in. I've done that in meetings before. What do you mean? Hey, man, you've come in here and you've just dusted this whole place with negativity. I need you to go out and reset your friggin' hard drive. This is not acceptable. If we got a problem that I need to address with you and you got challenges and you want to talk about them, we do it in the office afterwards, you and I, individually. You inspire in public, you punish in private. You inspire in public, you complain in private. But when you complain, come with opportunities for improvement. What? You drop the monkey on my back here. What's your idea on how to fix it? Well, I don't know. Well, go back out and come back in with some ideas. I don't need armchair quarterbacks. I need players on the field on the day of the game. Work ethic. I've always said my parents, hardest workers I've ever been around, my siblings too, are very blessed to be raised by World War II era parents that did not coddle their children. They told us to our face, you are not special. You're special to me. You're not special in the world. Everyone listen closely. You are not special. You have to create your own legacy. Nothing is granted to you. There's people that have come into money through inheritance and things like that. It's just going to happen. They truly aren't happy. They truly aren't. People know. I see that type of wealth and I go, whatever. You got to have drive. You need to put your head down and look at the barrier and go, I'm going over, around, or through it. I am going to work past what is holding me up. You know, there's all these great posters and things that you see that success is the top of the mountain, right? And underneath is all of the steps that nobody sees, the slip, the falls. The journey isn't just this line where the XY coordinate meets on the graph and goes clear up and to the right real hard and fast, and that's success. It's bumpy. It goes up, it goes down, it goes flat, it goes down again, it goes up a little bit, it goes flat again, it clips up a couple times. My success in my business career came from a lot of hard work. The successful reps that are on the teams with me, the successful engineers, the successful service leaders, all of them outworked, outlistened, were more inquisitive, had a positive attitude. That's how you get there. If you don't like it, you aren't going to be successful. I'm sorry. It's just how it works. The other thing, self-development. I get on this podcast every week and say, hey, please go invest $5 a month in my membership site. It's not about me getting wealthy. It's about I share some special content there. I work really hard to get those guests to come on to give you some feedback. And you know what I want for working really hard? A little bit of financials coming back at me to do it because it takes a lot of work. I put in my 65 every week at work, and then I put another 5 to 10 in this thing every week by getting guests, etc. It isn't easy getting friggin' guys that flew special ops helicopters and people that own consulting businesses and CEOs of companies and getting the USS Cole Commander on here. Invest in yourself, self-development. This isn't about the membership site so much, but understand it's a little piece of self-development. If you aren't going to invest in the Dr. Leadership Lounge stuff, what are you investing in? Are you taking a class? Are you continuing your education? Have you got a subscription to a periodical that helps you? Are you going to industry association meetings? Are you involved in your community in some way? How are you learning and developing? That's all I'm saying. The last one, be interested, not interesting all the time. That's back to the inquisitive. Be interested in what others think. That's back to listening. Open both ears up. Shut the one mouth down. That's what that's all about. You have to surround yourself with successful people to be successful. You have to surround yourself with hard workers to be a hard worker. You have to surround yourself with inspiring individuals to be inspired. You have to surround yourself with those that practice hard. You don't practice to make perfect. You practice until you can't get it wrong. That's self-development. The most important thing in all of this is remember, everything is a day-to-day journey. Choices are made, and those choices make us. Start using your decision-making with an end goal in mind instead of instant gratification. Don't take the easy road. Take the road less traveled. Don't be raring to go. Go for raring. Because deep down inside, all of you, you're awesome. Keep that shit up. Talk next week.